Hi everyone, my name is Kristen Miller and I'm one of the math coaches for Kalamazoo Public Schools. Today is the second lesson of the Summer Learning for All video series. In these videos, we'll show you some fun ways that you can practice your math skills at home. Let's get started. Today's lesson is going to be all about counting and writing numbers and numerals. I want you to take a look at this next picture. Let's talk about where you see the mathematics. Count. How many oranges do you see? How many oranges are whole? How many have the oranges been cut in half? Are there more oranges that are whole, or are there more oranges that have been cut in half? Do you see any ways that you could group the oranges together? If you counted up all the oranges, what's the numeral you would write? So you see, there's lots of different ways to think about numbers and numerals and counting and writing numbers. So today's lesson, like I said, is going to focus on all the different ways that you could practice writing your numbers, saying your numbers, and seeing how high you can count. Look at this group of crayons I found at my house. Let's go ahead and count the crayons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice counting. Now, the next thing I want you to do is go ahead and write the numeral that represents that number of crayons. Remember, we said we counted 15 crayons, so I'm going to write the number 15 on my whiteboard. Did you write 15? Nice job. Is there another way that you saw these crayons grouped together? Maybe you saw a group of 10 and a group of 5. And you knew that 10 and 5 more made the number 15. This week's at-home math task is to find how many different collections of items that you can collect, count, and write the number to represent that number of objects. If you're in kindergarten, we want you counting and writing numbers up to 20. But hey, you don't have to stop there. First graders, let's try to go to 120. And second graders, you're going to practice writing those numbers all the way up to 1,000. It might be hard to find a collection of 1,000 items, so if you just want to focus on those to 120 and then practice counting and writing those numbers to 1,000, that's okay with us. So here's where some other math comes in. We use numbers every single day. Think about something that you did today. Have you played a game with someone? Did you have to use a dice? Did you have to count numbers to move spaces on a game board? What about cards? Those have numbers too. Have you looked at a clock today to tell you what time to wake up? We see numbers there as well. Really, all we want you doing is thinking of all the different ways that you can count, write, and use numbers in your life. Just like Matt said last week, the more times that you practice with these math tasks, the better you're going to become. Don't have a collection of items to count? That's okay. You can count a number of different things. How about let's take a look at this. Today, I counted the number of steps it takes me to get from my front door to my mailbox. That was 58 steps. Wow, 58 steps. So since I counted those steps, I might as well practice writing that numeral. "58. That's how many steps it takes for me to get from my front door to my mailbox. How many steps does it take you to get from your front door to your mailbox? How many steps does it take to get from your front door to the sidewalk? Which one takes more steps, walking to your sidewalk or walking to your mailbox? Think of some other ways that you could use counting and then practice writing those numerals. Have you ever played hide and go seek with someone? Guess what? You're practicing counting there too. So your assignment this week, find 2 collections of objects that you could count the objects, write the numerals down, and send me a picture of your collection and your written numerals. Want a challenge? See how high you can write your numbers, starting at 1. Send me a picture of that. Remember, if you don't have a collection of items, you can always count the number of steps it takes to get to a place in your house or around your home. You could also ask the people that you live with how old they are and practice counting from 1 to that number and then write that numeral. Remember, this week's focus is all about counting and writing numbers. I can't wait to see all of your hard work, and I hope you have a great day.